Welcome back, everybody, to your favorite FromSoft podcast. This is Hopped Up Gaming East. I'm joined by a full repertoire, a full crew, a full rogues gallery, if you will, of lovely gentlemen. I've got Ben with me tonight.
That's me.
I've got Matt.
Hi, I'm having a bad hair day.
I've got Tim.
Hello.
And we've got Evan as well.
Call me the stink finger gargler.
We'll come back to that. See if you can guess why he's called that. It's a long story. This is, of course, your favorite podcast about beer, video games, everything in between. This is Hopped Up Gaming East, episode 431. We're moving on up there, fellas. We like to talk about pop culture, but we also like to drink. And to make our drinking even more fun, we've come up with a little game in which we compete with one another to best match a weekly theme. This week, the theme is something. I can't remember the exact words. It could come from a sci-fi bar. I don't remember the exact sentence that it is.
Yeah, you pretty much nailed it.
Whatever you brought.
Could come from a sci-fi bar menu.
There we go. Something that comes from the menu of a sci-fi bar. We're going to jump right into it because I want to drink mine. And I want to see what you folks brought as well. Matt jumped the gun in our private Slack chat. I'm going to let him jump the same gun here and get us started with his choice.
Wow, it's like I blindsided all of you with this like deific event that just totally ate the sun. It took out all the wind of your sails because there was no more sun to power the solar winds. I brought to the show tonight Propeller Brewing Co.'s Eclipse. I thought about it for a little while, and I thought I'd take the angle of what's the lowest rent sci-fi bar menu kind of naming convention stuff I could find in a video game. Or I would imagine isn't a video game. And it would all just be beers and drinks and things just named after solar events and things like an eclipse, Luna, the Soleil Sunday, you know. And funny enough, I just came across this Propeller thing just with the word eclipse on it. And I thought, all right, good enough. I don't really have a lot of time to contribute to this project today. I am exhausted. So I got it. It's I've never heard of this before. It's a cold Indian Pale Ale. And
let's rewind. Does that mean it's been cold filtered or what?
I don't know because there's not much on the side. The only thing it suggests is that it had a cooler fermentation that creates a crisp, clean finish.
That does make sense.
Are you getting any of that from the flavor?
It's very similar in terms of flavor profile to their double IPA. Very like hop forward. It does taste, if you will, cleaner than that. If I was to pour this into a cup, my mind's eye sees it being like lager-like, very like, thin yellow, kind of almost see-through. In fact, I do actually have a cup here. Let's just pour it in and see what it's like.
Oh, this is where we realize he's filled the bottom of his cup with food coloring and glitter.
Oh, that is pretty clear. Ooh, I mean, on camera this looks ridiculous, but it just looks like a lager. But yeah, it's not bad. It's I for some reason between picking it up at the store, reading it, going an Indian Pale Ale, and then taking it home, my mind changed it to a stout. And then when I sipped it earlier in the show, I was like, "That's not a stout. What? Why is my dark beer not a dark beer?" Anyway. Whatever. This would be like the like low cheap item you could get in your inventory at the Sci-Fi Bar. It might recover like 20 magic points or 10 health or something. The Eclipse drink. You get it at your local Sci-Fi Bar.
What's the percent on that?
6.1.
That's very science fiction-y. Oh, weird, actually. We'll get back to that in a little while. Excellent. So you went into a sci-fi video game avenue specifically.
Yeah.
Thinking about some kind of, inventory filler that you might, fall back on during a boss fight or something.
You have a quasar. That'll quench your thirst. And if you can't afford quasars, well, the Eclipse will heal you for at least half of that.
Delightful. Benny boy, what have you got for us tonight?
Well, one of the common threads in a lot of sci-fi worlds is, if not a total dystopia, there's usually at least some sort of like loss of the past going on. So I would like you to imagine a world where beer doesn't exist anymore. Either it's been banned by those prudes at the Federation where you can't get real alcohol, or just we've simply lost the technology, or maybe the Earth has become so devastated by climate change that we can't grow hops anymore and beer is a rare thing.
Give it 2 years, Ben. I mean,
Yeah,
give it
right.
2 years.
Shh. So I have for you from the Hop Valley Brewing Company the Bubble Stash made with cryo hops.
Boom.
From the seed
So
bank.
that I could
Yeah.
very easily see on a dystopian sci-fi menu where this thing costs like 4,000 credits and it's from the limited stash of cryogenically preserved hops that can't be grown anymore. Never actually had this one before, so I have no idea what I'm in for. It's just a bog standard IPA, 6.2%.
Can
Ben,
you
your,
imagine if Ben took a sip of that and got sucked into a spacefaring adventure, like through a portal?
Ben, your little
That'd be
story
cool.
reminds me
That
of
would
that
be
scene
amazing.
in The Walking Dead where they're like, "Oh, we got beer, we got some
Yeah.
beers," and it's just like whatever Corona or Keystone, whatever. And they're like cracking them,
Yeah,
like,
they're
"Yeah, beer."
I dig it. Hey, man, you know they used to make this stuff out of plants?
This stuff used to be everywhere. Now it's like fine wine.
Very cool. I dig it. Tim, we're going to let you go last as the reigning champion from last week of Match
Wow,
the Batch.
rude. You don't think I have a drink ready?
Do you have a science
you?
fiction drink, Evan?
Of course I do.
Gatorade
Mike,
doesn't
man.
count. G Fuel doesn't count either.
Not G Fuel.
It's gravity fuel.
Go, Evan.
You
What do we got?
ready?
Yeah.
I have something you can find pretty much anywhere in space. It's a wonderful concoction with a
Get that
very scientific
Smirk off
name.
your face. You
I have dihydrogen
Dihydrogen
monoxide.
monoxide.
All right,
In this
yeah,
cool
bye.
space
No.
capsule.
You
Look at
literally
this
can't
cool
find it.
space
You can't
capsule
find it
that
everywhere in
comes
space. Boo! Hiss.
You know what?
Scientifically unfounded.
You know what?
Actually-
It's actually full of filtered dinosaur urine,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
which I will now drink.
And
Live
actually,
on air.
dihydrogen monoxide vapor can burn your skin.
Yeah, it's
So
quite dangerous.
Be
It's
careful.
like a pretty serious
Yeah,
compound.
it's much
Yeah.
nicer as a liquid.
I thought you were about to hold up when you said like space is full of it. I thought you were about to hold up like some sort of like glowing container, like harness dark matter.
Yes, I drink it every
On
day.
live on the podcast.
For a brief moment, I thought, did this motherfucker find an orbits? Like,
Yeah.
Do you like
I don't
your
even know
drinks
what
with
that is.
little
I don't even
eggs
know what
inside?
that is.
oh,
It's
it was
a-
like a soft drink with fucking
Little
Floaty
gummy
bubble
beads in
tea
it.
ball
It had
things.
like
in it.
tapioca. Were they fizzy? Was it fizzy and had little eggs in it? Because that seems like way too much.
I
going
mean,
on.
as a child, I always thought it was fizzy, but my parents literally never let me buy one, so
It's 'cause it's
I
gross.
cannot
Yeah.
confirm or deny.
yeah, sometimes as a parent, you have to just say, "No, that's disgusting."
Yeah.
There's no,
Hey,
You're not
no
supposed
other
to chew your
argument to be
drinks.
truth.
yeah.
I found a piece of leftover peanut butter toast jammed behind the toilet seat today.
Sick, dude. That's a later on snack right there.
That's we're not having peanut butter toast for a little while.
I love it. Tim, you cleaned up last week, so I'll let you finish it up. I'll do mine now. I was browsing around and I landed on something that I thought could maybe represent the experimental nature of brewing and beer making into the future, but also maybe reminiscent of your BioShocks and your kind of alternative fictions rather than speculative future fictions. So tonight I've got the Electrotonic, which is a wheat beer that's infused with gin and botanicals. You can see this kind of inventive logo on the back. Kind of a bizarre flavor, but I've got it as well kind of chilled and served in this fancy glass because I'm sure they couldn't just serve you beer in a can in the future. But yeah, something that I thought was a little bit weird, kind of fun, and could easily be found in the
It's
bar
so
of some science fiction
tiny.
restaurant. Yeah, it's a short can.
Now, Dylan,
Little
what's the
stubby.
milliliter count on that? Because again, you're taller than me, so I have a little trouble like
It's a regular
ever
size
gauging.
can.
Is that like a 355?
No, this is 710.
That's
It's like,
17.
liter
Is
and
it
a
just
half,
like
yeah.
thick?
It's a tall boy.
I've just got really big hands. That's a regular, like 355.
Okay.
It's a regular can.
Well, you said that with such confidence that I actually was like, wait, what could be what is 710 code for?
Yeah, it just has like a microscopically thin aluminum shield.
It's
The rest is all liquid.
7.10 milliliters.
Yeah, kind of weedy, kind of herby, very strange, very inventive. That's the Electrotonic Juniper Saison.
Wow.
Tim, what have you got for the judges this evening?
So, man, I had a hard time with this one. I have a couple different options here. So, first, in like some kind of alternate reality, I thought about maybe a beer from a famous starship, the Stargazer. Stargazer.
It's a good Star Trek one. It's a good taste.
You might, at 10 forward, have a nice Earl Grey beer. And I thought, I can't go Star Trek. I can't go down the Star Trek road. So instead, I got this weird, neat little Luna Raspberry Hard Seltzer. Something you might find on a lunar base, maybe, or on a bar on the back of a giant moth in the blackness of space.
That's very erotic. I mean, evocative to think about this giant moth.
Look at it. It's a nice little moth.
Don't
have a sip, man.
Put the moth away. I'm gonna get all
Crack
hot
that
and
bad
bothered.
boy.
Yeah.
Matthew hates chocolate and moths. Or
Yeah,
loves
I
moths,
hate
it's
actually,
a-
apparently.
Evan, you might not like this because it's a hard seltzer, but smells good.
It's always
We
good.
know that Evan doesn't like tonic water, but we don't know if he doesn't like
guys,
hard
like,
tonic water.
It has to be reminded again. Evan doesn't like club soda.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Tonic
it's club
water
soda.
would probably
Fuck.
actually make him die.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Evan doesn't
Well, what
like
about-
fizzy water.
I
What
don't
about a
want
seltzer?
carbonated
What about a
water. I
seltzer?
don't know why that's
Evan,
such a strange
how do you feel
thing.
about a texturally enhanced beverage like Orbits that has?
I've never
Jello
had
inside
Orbit.
or
I don't know,
something?
but I did have one of
Don't
those
do it.
bubble teas recently,
That's what the
Fucking love bubble
orbits
tea, man.
are.
and the bubble things are good, but the fucking tea is just regular tea. It's gross. I fucking hate. It's like tea with milk in it. Like, why would you ever
You
drink
don't like
that?
sugary, milky tea, man?
Oh no,
Wow.
thanks.
But you like the tapioca balls. That's
Oh, those
interesting.
are great. Yeah, I like those.
I mean, like Evan, you don't like coffee either, right? So
No, I don't like coffee
Yeah.
either.
What's wrong with everybody?
yeah, I know.
Tim, does
We
it
all have
taste
our
as good as it
failures,
smells?
people.
It is pretty nice actually. I could drink a lot of these on a nice
St.
warm
Patrick's Day,
day, maybe on a patio.
Ooh.
Just enjoying the sun. This is a nice little drink.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it was pretty
I
good.
dig it. Well, fellas, let's recap. Matt, what did you bring for something you'd find on a sci-fi bar menu?
One of the lower items on the list that you can buy to heal a minimal amount of points, the Eclipse. It's a beverage, not as good as the Quasar or the Solar Flare, but you know what? It'll do you just fine.
True. Ben, what have you got for us?
I have the Bubble Stash IPA made with cryo hops from the Hop Valley Brewing Company.
Sick. Evan, how does yours taste? What did you bring for us tonight?
I already told you what I brought. Dihydrogen monoxide. Delicious liquid life. Tastes
Lovely.
clear, clean, fresh.
And under control.
Enjoy.
And if you need to
your
refresh yourself,
fluoride.
maybe add a little bit of extra vigor to your step, I've got the Electrotonic, an experimental, delightful little beer. Tim, what have you got?
Yeah, whether you're on the first moon base bar or on the back of a giant moth, I got Luna. Hard raspberry seltzer.
Nice. Lock those votes in, fellas. Make sure you use your name correctly.
Oops.
I do have to say it.
I apologize
be
in
the
advance
first
if I
time.
fucked up.
Yeah.
I may
What?
have. I may have not put my name in. Or may have.
all the votes count
your
for
name
everybody.
is there correctly.
Oh, good. In the
It
right
didn't-
spot or just on somebody's voting card?
No, it says here that a person named Matt had Eclipse, so I feel
Okay,
like you did
good.
it right.
Yay, I did it.
It was me.
I meant twice. Invalidate the results. Hey, I hopefully don't get screwdriver out of
God.
this.
Wow.
Drum
that was
roll,
fun.
please. Metaphorically speaking.
Alrighty,
Terrible.
all of the votes are in. We have a tie, but it doesn't matter. So
Tie for
we
what,
have a
Ben?
Third. We have a tie for third with
Last.
5 points apiece. Third, you're both on the podium.
Oh, great. I'm there already. Fuck. Great. Wonderful.
so
I've been up there with you.
the tie for third with, what did I say, 5 points apiece. We have the Electrotonic, I think Dylan said it was. It's Dylan. And the Luna Hard Seltzer from Tim. Both not beers, maybe? Both hurt you? Electrotonic, is that a beer?
Yeah.
Or is it some kind of tonic thing?
It's a beer with botanicals in it.
Oh, okay.
I see who.
Bizarre.
I see who put you on that third place there, Dylan. Ben scrutinizing. you too
No.
much.
Tim definitely got third place because that's not a beer.
We've had not beers on this show before.
I'm just but they had to
be a
have
really
some
good
just
not
to
beer.
be a good pitch for the non-beer.
What's number 2,
In
Ben?
second place with 6 points, we have the Eclipse, which unfortunately was eclipsed by the cryo hops of the Bubble Stash, which has taken the lead with 8 points.
Good
Another
one.
victory.
Well
Come
done,
back to this
Garcon.
province, and I'm
for
going to
me.
get
Well
you.
done,
this.
well done.
It was the cryo hops. That was.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah,
That's
it's
pretty
fine.
cool.
I saw that.
Very
That's pretty
sci-fi.
cool. Yeah.
It's even written in like all caps. The
Oh,
O
yeah.
is a hexagon, and there's a TM at the end. It's very like
That's very like Wayland Yutani. Yeah.
yeah, 100%.
What is the name of the beer again? Because all I can think
Beer
was
is
cryo
the
hops.
Bubble Stash, which is why I went on the whole spiel about it being banned or hidden or whatever.
Dylan, you when I told you that my beer was 6.1%, you made reference to coming back to that.
Oh, I didn't. Mine's the exact same percentage.
Mine is 6.2%. I guess that's
And
why I
the
won.
Tim, what
The
was yours?
decimal is surprising.
It's 5.5.
Clearly,
Yeah,
highest
last
number
place.
wins. That's what it is. That was actually the sub competition.
We've already done that theme.
What
Actually,
theme?
that's not the theme. Did we ever do highest percentage?
Highest percentage?
Oh yeah, we did.
Oh, you guys definitely did that.
But we didn't.
Yeah.
We
do-
did on
but it
episode
wasn't-
415.
Oh God, Ben.
Speaking of episodes past and future, Ben, what are we using to fuel our competitive alcoholism next week?
Next week is also sort of a sci-fi theme. Episode 432 shall be themed "All Your Base Are Belong to Us."
Excellent. I
Well,
love that.
Sci-fi
Nice.
month continues with an insufferable
understand-
meme
I
that maybe has
understand this
led to the
beyond the surface
ruinous
level.
nature of culture nowadays.
There's not much more to understand other
Yeah,
than
it's a shitty
I'm gonna
translation.
find a beer with a spelling mistake on it.
yeah, basically.
I brought a jar
Alright.
of piss because that's what I think memes are now.
All right.
Oh,
We're done
wow.
drinking. We can sign off. Ben, are there any emails? I'm just joshing. Let's talk about some games. Let's get this out of the way.